Here you will find the main ideas from the book. The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content. Among the most sought-after books in American prison libraries, The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene serves as a pragmatic, morally neutral guide to dominance and manipulation, much like Niccolò Machiavelli's The Prince. If your goal is to master control, look no further. Greene's 48 Laws will teach you the strategies you need. Law 1. Never outshine the master. Robert Greene warns that the biggest misstep in the pursuit of power is overshadowing one's superior. Those in high positions often have insecurities, and making them feel threatened can backfire. Instead of drawing excessive attention to your own talents, highlight theirs, making them appear more capable. This will earn their favor and ultimately help you rise. Concealing your strengths is not weakness, it's strategy. Law 2. Be wary of friends, use enemies wisely. Tacitus, the Roman historian, noted that people are quicker to repay harm than kindness, as gratitude can feel burdensome while revenge is gratifying. Friends may betray you, while enemies, when handled correctly, can become loyal allies. As philosopher Nassim Nicholas Taleb has pointed out, former adversaries often make more reliable friends than those who once stood by your side. Law 3. Keep your intentions hidden. Never reveal your true plans too soon. Misdirection is key. Use deception, false sincerity, and distractions to keep others guessing. Play the long game, only revealing your true motives when the moment is right. As French courtesan Ninon de L'Enclos put it, imitate those warriors whose strategies are known only by the devastation left behind. Law 4. Speak less than necessary. The more words you use, the less powerful they become. Those who master brevity seem more in control. Even a mundane statement gains weight if it is vague and enigmatic. Greene notes that influential figures create an air of mystery by choosing their words sparingly. Law 5. Guard your reputation at all costs. Your reputation is your most valuable asset. It grants influence and authority. However, since others are aware of this, be prepared for attempts to damage it. Protect it fiercely, and never let it become tarnished. Just as precious gems must be polished to retain their brilliance, your reputation requires ongoing maintenance. Law 6. Seek attention at any cost. Oscar Wilde famously stated that being ignored is worse than being criticized. P.T. Barnum, the legendary showman, echoed this sentiment. There is no such thing as bad publicity. Stand out from the crowd, embrace uniqueness, and ensure that people talk about you, whether positively or negatively. Law 7. Let others do the work, but take the credit. German writer Gotthold Ephraim Lessing told the tale of a hen who followed another, allowing it to do the hard work of scratching for food while enjoying the rewards. Adopt the same approach. Leverage the labor of others while reaping the benefits. Like the vulture, which scavenges instead of hunting, you should find ways to make others' efforts serve your interests. Law 8. Lure people to you instead of chasing them. A skilled strategist never pursues directly, but sets traps that compel others to come to them. As Sun Tzu's The Art of War suggests, victory comes from controlling the battlefield, not rushing into conflict. Hunters know that a wary animal won't be caught, but if you set the right bait, it will come to you willingly. Law 9. Win through action, not argument. As 17th century writer Samuel Butler observed, forcing someone to agree against their will doesn't change their mind. It only breeds resentment. Instead of engaging in verbal battles, demonstrate your point through decisive action. Influence is achieved through deeds, not debates. Law 10. Avoid the unfortunate and unlucky. Benjamin Franklin once warned that those who lie down with dogs will rise with fleas. Misery is contagious. If you surround yourself with those who constantly struggle, their misfortunes may become yours. Instead, align yourself with the successful, as fortune tends to follow those who attract it. Law 11. Make others dependent on you. The proverb says teaching a man to fish feeds him for life, but that also means he no longer needs you. True power comes from making yourself indispensable. The more reliant others are on you, the more freedom and control you gain. Law 12. Use selective honesty to disarm. In 1926, con artist Victor Lustig returned a mafia boss's money under the guise of honesty, only to later gain his trust and extract more. The lesson? A carefully placed act of integrity can lower defenses, making others more susceptible to manipulation. Just as the Greeks used the Trojan horse, strategic generosity can pave the way for greater advantage. Law 13. Appeal to self-interest, not morality. People are inherently self-serving. When seeking help, avoid appeals to kindness or gratitude. Instead, show how assisting you benefits them. As Jean de la Bruyere observed, the shortest way to wealth is proving to others that it is in their best interest to promote yours. Law 14. Pretend to be a friend while gathering intelligence. Michael Corleone's famous advice, keep your friends close but your enemies closer, holds true. The more insight you gain about your rivals, the less dangerous they become. Learn to extract information subtly, allowing people to reveal their weaknesses without realizing it. Law 15. Destroy your enemy completely. Machiavelli warned that enemies must either be won over completely or eliminated entirely. A half measure leaves them room to retaliate. As Greene states, even a small remaining ember can reignite into a blaze. Law 16. Use absence to increase respect. Too much availability makes one seem ordinary. Just as rarity increases the value of precious metals, temporary withdrawal enhances one's appeal. Once your presence is established, stepping away can increase your influence. Law 17. Cultivate unpredictability. Predictability breeds complacency, while erratic behavior forces people to remain on edge. The unknown is unsettling, giving the unpredictable leader an upper hand. Keep others guessing. Uncertainty is a powerful weapon. Law 18. Isolation weakens you. Cutting oneself off from the world creates vulnerability. Both allies and enemies provide critical information. Rather than retreating behind walls, stay engaged. True security comes from knowledge, not solitude. Law 19. Identify your opponent before acting. A Buddhist proverb advises, when you meet a swordsman, draw your sword. Not all adversaries are equal, and some should not be provoked. Recognize who you're dealing with before making a move. Law 20. Avoid binding commitments. Commitment limits independence. Queen Elizabeth I remained unmarried to retain control, ensuring no suitor gained leverage over her. Adopt a similar stance. Keep people pursuing you but never fully commit. Law 21. Appear foolish to deceive others. Baltasar Gracian noted that pretending to be less intelligent than you are allows you to move unnoticed. People rarely suspect those they consider naive, making deception easier. Law 22. Use surrender to your advantage. In ancient Greece, Melos resisted Athens instead of surrendering, and was destroyed. When facing superior power, yielding temporarily can be a strategic move, allowing you to recover and strike later. Law 23. Focus your strengths. Preserve your energy and resources by directing them towards your strongest point, suggests Greene. It's far more beneficial to discover a rich vein and mine it deeply than to scatter efforts across multiple shallow ones. Depth always triumphs over breadth. Law 24. Master the art of courtly behavior. The idea that flattery gets you nowhere is a myth. History proves that, when used appropriately, it can elevate you to the highest positions in any social hierarchy. To gain influence, learn the rules of courtly conduct. Avoid extravagance, display effortless grace, never openly criticize superiors, refrain from joking about appearance or taste, and avoid being either the cynic or the bearer of bad news. Instead, be perceptive and a source of enjoyment for others. Law 25. Reinvent yourself. If you allow others to define your identity, they inevitably will, leaving you with no choice but to conform. Take control of your own image. Craft the persona you wish to embody and live accordingly. Make others adjust to you, not the other way around. Law 26. Keep your reputation untarnished. Our reputation depends more on what remains hidden than on what is revealed, Greene asserts. Everyone makes mistakes, but the truly clever ensure their errors go unnoticed and, when necessary, shift the blame elsewhere. Always have a scapegoat at the ready. Law 27. Leverage the human need to believe. People naturally seek something to believe in. This is why, in the absence of religion, many atheistic societies, such as former and current communist regimes, end up deifying their leaders. You can create a similar following in 5 steps. 1. Keep your message simple and ambiguous. 2. Appeal to emotions and the senses rather than intellect. 3. Structure your group like an organized religion. 4. Conceal your sources of income. And 5. Establish an us versus them mentality. Law 28. Act with confidence and boldness. Psychological studies show that those who act with boldness inspire both admiration and fear. Whatever you do, do it with complete confidence and commitment. If you are hesitant about a course of action, it's better to avoid it altogether. Mistakes made with confidence are preferable to timid successes. Law 29. Plan to the very end. Most people have vague dreams and incomplete plans, leaving them to improvise when faced with obstacles. Avoid this pitfall. Think strategically, much like a chess master. Anticipate several moves ahead and always prepare backup plans. Law 30. Make success look effortless. Magicians rely on misdirection to create illusions, but the most effective trick of all is making difficult feats appear effortless. Likewise, conceal the hard work behind your achievements. If you've discovered a shortcut, keep it to yourself. A magician never reveals their secrets. Law 31. Control the choices of others. Much like illusionists who manipulate an audience's sense of free will, you should ensure that all available choices lead to an outcome favorable to you. Let people feel they are deciding, while you control the framework of their decisions. Law 32. Cater to people's fantasies. People prefer comforting illusions over harsh realities. This is why self-help books thrive. They promise instant transformation, even though real change is gradual and demanding. When given the choice, most will choose an appealing lie over an inconvenient truth. Law 33. Exploit people's weaknesses. A thumbscrew was a medieval torture device designed to apply relentless pressure to a victim's fingers. In a figurative sense, you should identify the weaknesses of others and continuously press on them to gain control and push them to their breaking point. Law 34. Exude royalty. Act like a king. If you lack self-respect, others will not respect you either. However, if you project confidence and carry yourself with authority, people will assume you deserve power. Maintain a regal demeanor at all times. Fake it until you make it. Law 35. Master the timing of your actions. Those who exhibit patience and control appear more confident and powerful. Acting in haste signals a lack of preparation, whereas a composed individual seems assured that success is inevitable. Time your moves carefully to create an aura of mastery. Law 36. Ignore what you cannot have. In Aesop's fable, a fox, unable to reach a bunch of grapes, convinces itself they were probably sour anyway. Rather than lamenting over unattainable things, show indifference. The less you desire, the more superior you seem. Law 37. Create grand spectacles. Machiavelli advised rulers to keep people engaged with celebrations and displays, as appearances often matter more than substance. Spectacle captivates and distracts, making it a powerful tool for influence. Law 38. Think independently, act conventionally. Society distrusts those who visibly deviate from the norm. If you wish to maintain acceptance, blend in outwardly while keeping your true thoughts to yourself. Law 39. Agitate your opponents to gain the upper hand. Sun Tzu advised provoking adversaries into making mistakes. A troubled mind reacts impulsively, just as fish rise to the surface when the water is disturbed. Maintain composure while provoking your opponents into uncalculated actions. Law 40. Reject free offers. A so-called free lunch always comes with hidden costs. Accepting one places you in someone's debt. Maintain independence by paying your own way and avoiding obligations. Law 41. Avoid living in the shadow of a great predecessor. Following in the footsteps of a revered figure is a near impossible task. To surpass them, you must not only achieve more but also minimize their legacy. A rare feat, even Alexander the Great struggled with this challenge. Law 42. Remove the leader, disperse the followers. Movements often center around one charismatic leader. Rather than negotiating with these individuals, eliminate them early. Without their anchor, their followers will scatter. Law 43. Win minds and hearts, not just obedience. People resist force but respond to persuasion. Instead of commanding compliance, appeal to emotions and intellect. If persuasion is not your strength, enlist those who can influence others through words and imagery. Law 44. Use the mirror effect to confuse and control. By mirroring the actions of your adversaries, you can unsettle and manipulate them. A mirror both reflects reality and distorts perception. Use this to your advantage. Law 45. Promote change gradually. People claim they want change, but drastic shifts provoke resistance. Instead, implement reforms in small increments, framing them as natural improvements rather than radical departures. Law 46. Avoid appearing too perfect. Perfection breeds envy. People admire success but secretly take pleasure in seeing great figures falter. Make yourself relatable by occasionally revealing minor flaws. Law 47. Know when to stop. Napoleon warned that the greatest risk comes after victory. Overconfidence leads to overreach. Set clear goals, and when you achieve them, pause and reassess before pushing forward. Law 48. Be adaptable and unpredictable. By taking on a fixed form, you make yourself a target, says Greene. Instead, be fluid and adaptable. Avoid rigid plans and embrace change. Nothing is permanent, and flexibility is your greatest defense. Final thoughts. Praised by cultural icons such as 50 Cent, Jay-Z, and Kanye West, the 48 Laws of Power has gained a cult following, especially among hip-hop artists and prison inmates. Even Fidel Castro was reportedly a fan. Why not see for yourself what makes this book so influential? I hope you enjoyed the content. A big hug, and see you next time.